Welcome back, welcome back. So, today I wanted to talk about what are we really doing? Like, what are we really doing? Like, what do you feel you're doing in your life that is making a difference? Whether that's making a difference to you, making a difference to someone else, making a difference to society. Like, what gets you up every day? Because I feel like once you've gone through something in life that's like completely changed your perspective or your priorities in life, you really feel different about what you're getting up for. Like, what's your purpose? I think to me, that's what drives me every day is purpose. Most people get up every day to go to work, to raise their children. Most people really get up to go to work. Let's be honest. People get up to go to work. Um, People get up to go to work. Like, for me, I want to get up to do something different, something that I enjoy, something that really is making a difference or inspiring somebody to make a difference. You know, last week was a tough one because once again, there was an individual that passed away at 46. I mean, people pass away every day, right? Like, that's nothing new. But this particular person, and I still don't know what type of cancer she passed away from. I guess I should slow down and do my research on that. But it was Erica Ash. Some of y'all probably know her way better or her career way better than I do. But her name was Erica Ash. She passed away at 46 from cancer. I believe she was a mother. And she was on the Real Husbands of Hollywood. I think that's what they had posted. And it gave me pause again because I went right back to Chadwick Boseman, which y'all know I be crushing on because he was the Black Panther, for those that don't know. Of the comics movie. And he like made a really big impact in the Black community for many different reasons, not just because he was the Black Panther, but he really stood for a lot of things, a lot of good things in the community. And it was really sad to see him go again for many reasons, and not just because he was handsome. But Erica Ash really gave me pause because I'm 42, she's 46, Chadwick passed at 42, and it gives you pause because you need to be asking yourself, like, what are you really doing in your life? You get up every day, you go to work, you pay bills, specifically in this country. What do you do after you pay bills? You eat, you sleep, you take care of your children if you have children. I already said you pay bills. You go to the grocery store. You get it in and out of the car. You might work out. You run errands. You might read. You might work out. I think I said that. It's like it's mundane. Like it's like a vicious cycle of doing the same thing every day, over and over and over and over again. So like, what is what is your purpose? You know, what do you do that you truly enjoy? Um, I don't know. So it gave me pause because some of you saw that I posted, I think it was a couple days ago, about Shakari, And then that lady named Julian that won the gold in the Olympics for the 100-meter dash. Like, everybody worried about nails and hair and cars and status and who did this better and who did that better. And I'm like, what are we really doing, folks? Like, what are we getting up for then? If that's all we worried about. So, like, I'm really trying to drive this home. Back to my point, how this girl passed away at 46, and all we do is get up and go through the same mundane cycle, like every day. Like, what is your purpose? Do you really ask yourself every day, like, what am I getting up and what am I doing? You know, when you think about your life and how old you are. Some people watch my videos that are 20 something, 30 something, 50 something, 70 something. Like, what have you accomplished in your life? And I don't mean, oh, well, I had 5 children. Yes, that's a great accomplishment. Oh, I have a bachelor's degree, a master's degree. Yes, that's a great accomplishment. You know, I go to work every day and I make 6 figures. That's a great accomplishment. But, like, at the end of the day, is that what you want to be remembered for? It's just that you have a degree? You know, do you just want to be remembered that, you know, you stood on the podium? I mean, and you got a medal? Yeah, that's great. But I want to be remembered for more than just that. Like, how did I change somebody's life? How did I inspire somebody to be better? You know, I think that's what I'm trying to drive home here. Is like, we worry about the wrong things, specifically in this country. You know, I travel a lot. Some of y'all that know me personally know that. And people think when you travel, you just travel to go on vacation. And, oh, I live my best life and I eat the best food and I get drunk. And no, we don't even do that. My husband and I, we're not here for that. We travel because we really want to not only explore, but we want to live in the moment. We want to understand that culture. We want to live in and enjoy peace. It's nice to go to those other countries and sit on the beach and take in the ocean and the peace and the quiet. Right? I'm not saying everywhere we travel is quiet, because Vegas is not quiet by any means. And Vegas is really, like, overrated at this point. It's fun, but it's overrated. Don't hate me, Vegas, because I'll be there in November. But my point to traveling is you go to travel because you get to experience the culture, and you also get to understand the differences in the culture and the history and what people that get out of living there. Not everybody has all the things that we have in America. They don't get all the experiences that we have. They don't get the lifestyle that we have, right? They don't all have the education that we get. You know, me personally, I think America is overrated. Again, when you go through a life-changing experience like cancer, it changes your whole perspective on life. Your whole perspective. Your priorities shift. Those things that you thought that were so important don't really matter anymore. You know, the fancy cars, the big houses, the elaborate travel. Like, we travel now We could travel the hell out of travel on a budget, boy. Why pay $400 or $500 for a room per night to be in all this luxury just so you can swim in this extravagant pool when you can go pay 100, 200 a night and pay for a resort pass. I just gave a plug there for Resort Pass. It's an app. Look it up. Um, and you can pay $70 to swim in some elaborate pool all day. Mindset change, you know? And I'm not saying if people want to go spend that type of money, hey, live your best life. That's on you. All I'm saying is it's a mind shift when you go through big changes in your life and change your way of thinking. Your priorities shift. So that's why, you know, this episode today is to talk about what are you really doing in your life? And for you to take a step back and think about what are you going to do the next 5, 10 years of your life? Because your time is not promised. Even though you may not have cancer, you know, or going through some type of other health issue, you know, and maybe you don't have that connection with God, the same connection that I have with God. That took me years to get, by the way. It doesn't happen overnight. Maybe you need to stop and think about what you're going to do with the next 5, 10 years of your life. Because believe it or not, that clock is ticking. And it's ticking a lot faster for some others than it is. Or it's ticking a lot faster for some than others. Yeah, so you want to think about what are you really doing in your life? What are your priorities? Do you need to shift those a little bit? Are you thinking about the wrong things? Are you putting certain things up front as top priority that are really not priorities? You know, for me, it's family. Family's always been a big one for me. People say, oh, my family is so important. Family's number one. Go family. Family's number one. I'm like, but some of y'all ain't talked to y'all family for 10, 15 years. Huh? I'll be like, so how important is your family really to you? When you can't pick up the phone and say hi to your family or text your family. Now, don't get me wrong. We all got family. Everybody don't get along. Right? Everybody's not your favorite. I'm sure I have family members that don't care for me as much as I would like them to. Hey, that's reality. We ain't all going to get along. But what I'm saying is, family is all you got. So maybe you need to bump them up a little bit, up the list. At the end of the day, they're the ones that come running when you need them. So maybe that's more important than TikToking every 5 minutes. Look in on your family before you look in on TikTok to see what Joe Blow is doing in California or somebody over there in Florida that don't even matter. And you worried about chasing their every move or chasing some superstar that could care less what you doing. Or buying some bag or some pair of shoes that you gotta have for $600, $700, $800, $1,000 for something that those people don't care anything about you and never will. They don't even know you exist. I'm not saying don't buy nice things for yourself, because I like nice things. But I'm not buying 5 of those nice things just because. I think I have to have them to be important. Priority shift. Mindset change. You know, I'm more concerned about how can I make myself a better person overall before I get up out of here. What type of impact can I leave on the world? Specifically, younger children. You know, that they can pass on to somebody else to inspire someone else. Because I'm not going to be here forever. You're not going to be here forever. So what can I do to leave that impact before I get up out of here? That's what I'm more concerned about, you know? I love this mug, by the way. My bestie got this for me. I guess she thinks I'm a warrior. Thanks, Shannon. You know, the other thing that gets me is when you think about what are you doing, the time we spend specifically in the African American community, the time we spend on pulling each other down is so disheartening to me. I remember being in high school. I say that like that was, I don't know, 30 years ago. Let me do the math. Ooh, yeah, I'm showing my age. Yeah. Yeah. We left high school in 2000. So, almost. Been out of high school for 24 years now. Ooh, wee. Ooh, wee. Um, yeah, but I remember being in high school, and I'm so thankful for my high school because I got to go to School of Creative and Performing Arts in Cincinnati, Ohio. Shout out to all my high school counterparts. Um, I'm so grateful for that school because it was so diverse, and there were people of, all different races and cultures, because we had people coming from different countries to go to that high school. And it's actually a school from grades 4 through 12. They still exist in Cincinnati, Ohio. And we got to experience so much being in that school, not just the arts, because it's an art school. It had music and art and theater, drama, visual art. You had what we call the techies, that were the kids that were behind, the theater. So making sure things ran, behind the stage. You had orchestra, you had band. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on of all the things that were available in that school. But they were able to give us all these different experiences, and we were able to travel to different countries, which is why I got to go to Japan during high school. And the experiences that we were able to have, I think, helped shaped us as people that we are today, as adults, and helped us be able to carry that forward into our adult life and pass that, on to other individuals that we come across today. I'm still seeing a lot of those individuals on Facebook and how they are helping shape the world and the individuals that they come across every day. And my point to that is, I see those young ladies and those men uplift their community in many different ways, whether that's through the music that they use, the art that they use. Some of those individuals may not still be, in those fields that they used to be in high school, but they still are well-rounded individuals, and very uplifting people. I haven't come across one yet that is a hateful person, or someone that is just out there to just hurt people. And I'm not saying that there's not people from that school that may be doing that, but my point to that is why do people have to be so hateful? Like, what are we doing? Where you get up, you see people get up every day to just tear people down. Again, to my point, specifically in the African American community, why can't you find ways to uplift your people? Why can't you share the knowledge that you have with your own people? Why do you have to learn something and keep it to yourself? Why can't you pick up the phone or do a video or get on TikTok or start a forum or write a book or do a podcast? And I'm not saying there's not people that do that, because there are people that do it. All I'm saying is, it's not a ratio that I'm seeing that's outweighing the negativity. Like, somebody please start a conversation for me, because I'm not seeing it. I see more negativity, like I put in my post the other day, for example, the Sha'Carri and Julian thing. Every day, maybe it's just social media, I don't know, but I see more negativity in a day, specifically in this country, than I see any other place that I travel in the world, specifically our people. It's so disheartening. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that we really need to figure out what are we doing. That's for everyone. That's not just the African American community. What are we doing in this country? What are you doing? You need to start thinking about your priorities, shifting those, right? What's really important to you? When you get up every day, what is your purpose? It's not just going to work. It's not just raising children. It's not just going to the grocery store. It's not just going to get the car fixed. It's not just reading a book, right? It's not just answering everybody else's questions. It's not just fixing everybody else's problems. I'm not here to give you the answer. I'm just here to help you think about it differently. What are we doing? What are we doing to shift our thought process. Shift the mind, I guess. So, I hope that starts some conversation. I've enjoyed this topic today. I'm looking forward to some people reaching out on it to get some more conversations going. I'm really excited about some of the guests that I have coming up. I might get one of them this month. I'm not sure, but I definitely will at least get both of them by next month. Some great topics coming up. One of them will be the director from the show that I will be on in 11 days. It is called Stars, and that is Survivors Tell a Real Story. You all have been seeing me post about that. That will be on Sunday, August 18th, here in Arizona. The good thing, though, is if you're not here in Arizona, it will be posted about 2 weeks. About 2 weeks later. I think they said 2 to 3 weeks later. I will be sharing the link so you can watch it. You can watch it in its entirety, or you can just watch my portion, if you so choose. And share, because we want to reach as many people as we can, so that we can spread, the stories out there into the world, and we can inspire as many people as we can. It is really, really important to all of us that we do that. I continue to make prayer beads by hand. I don't have a machine. And I continue to receive prayer cloths from these young ladies. I call them young because they're always young in my heart. But from these ladies that also make those by hand and continue to push us forward and helping to inspire people to continue to fight cancer. So I can't thank them enough. Don't forget to follow us on Cancer_Called on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. Until then, you all take care.